Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm someone who hit a $1 million net worth before the age of 30. But trust me, I made a lot of mistakes in my 20s. So in this video, I want to walk you through the top 5 mistakes I made that slowed me down on my journey to $1 million. Before we start, I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my personal mistakes, what slowed me down. And they may not apply to everyone. So always do your own research before investing or trading. And with that said, my first mistake was buying a car way too early. I landed my first job out of college making $60,000 and instantly felt like I was going to make it. And what did I do? I went out and bought a brand new car for 30,000. Now, at the time, I had no real net worth, no emergency fund, just the excitement of finally making my own money. Now, looking back, I should have just bought a reliable used car and invested the rest. That 30,000 with compounding could have grown so much more over time. And because I had no credit, I got stuck with a high interest rate. Just a really bad decision all around. You know, what are you going to do? Mistake number 2, when I discovered options, I thought that I had found a money glitch. I started buying, not selling, but buying 1 week out calls and puts, hoping to double my money fast. And when you're buying calls and puts, you're hoping that the stock goes in your direction, right? If you're buying a call, you hope it goes up. If you're buying a put, you hope it goes down. And most of the time for me, it would do the opposite, or the market would just stay flat and I would lose everything. That contract I would lose. So rapidly, my money was like not working for me, but working against me at that point. And although I thought I was investing and doing the right thing, I really wasn't. Most of the time, I was not trading with a plan, I was just gambling. Now, I only sell options and use strategies with defined risk and consistent income potential, right? A very big difference. And the way I like to think about this is in the casino, typically it's the house versus the gambler, and the house usually wins. And that's why I changed my strategy to play as the house rather than the gambler. And that's sort of similar to mistake number 3, where I would basically go all in on triple leveraged. When I was starting to trade and invest more, there was a time when like 80% of my portfolio was in triple leverage ETFs like SOXL, TECL, and TQQQ. And guys, having that kind of exposure made me lose sleep Friday to like Sunday, dreading what possible news could come out over the weekend that would crash the market the next week. Those ETFs can swing 5 to 10% in a single day. And while the upside is huge, so is the downside. And even if the market went flat, there's decay on that, right? So it would slowly fade down over time and I would be losing money anyway, even if the market was flat. Now, I still trade them, but they make up maybe 2% of my overall portfolio right now, so very risk controlled. Mistake number 4, and you probably heard this many times, but trying to time the market. Guys, I've tried timing the market hundreds of times, and I have been wrong most of the time, whether it's buying the dip or selling before a Fed meeting. It never worked. Now I just stay invested. 80% of my money is in long-term stocks and ETFs. The other 20%, that's where I sell options. So, for example, if I have 200 shares of a company, I'll use 100 shares for the wheel strategy. So, selling the put, getting a sign, then immediately selling the call and repeating the process, basically taking in premium income. And for the other 100 shares, I'll just hold it long term. That way, I'm not timing anything. If I love a company, I would still have exposure to it, even if I'm also trading options on it with another set of shares. So that way, I kind of get the best of both scenarios. And my last mistake, and this one hurts the most, my dad teaching me stocks and ETFs in high school and college. But because it wasn't my money on the line, I really didn't care. I really didn't start learning until my own cash was invested. If I had paid attention earlier, who knows, maybe I would have changed my college major. Maybe I would have gone into something more related to this than animation and visual effects, which I was terrible at. So if you're young and watching this and have any interest, start learning now. Search on ChatGPT and Gemini how to start. And in my opinion, even if you don't have any money to start with, I would just learn by paper trading. So that's basically using fake money to test out ideas that you learned or are curious about. Had I done just that, I would have started much earlier, because the earlier you have money working for you, the easier it gets later. And honestly, guys, I'm still learning, right? There are mistakes being made all the time. But these were the top ones that costed me the most time, sleep, and money. If this had brought you any value, definitely like and subscribe. I'd love to keep sending out this kind of content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.